Om Vasudeva Susamdevam Kamsachanudamardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. So as we were discussing last Sunday, that psychology is one subject which is closer to philosophy. I remember an incident. A young boy came to join the order, must be in 1910, 11, like that. Swami Brahmananji was president in Belur Math. So he asked the boy what he is studying and what he has studied, etc. Then he said, do one thing. Study little history and psychology and then you join. He did so, and he proved to be one of the most brilliant and charismatic Swami. Of course, we don't compare direct disciples. He was Swami Ashokananda. As a young boy, he was originally from East Bengal, which is Bangladesh now. But studying in Calcutta, very brilliant student, joined the order. But before he joined the order, one day in his own room, he was meditating and he felt. And later on he told, it is not simple feeling. I felt so vividly, so clearly that some energy of Swami Vivekananda is coming in him, and there is no hallucination. He was very, he was not in believing kind of some hallucination and manipulations, this and that, no. So this was his experience, but he kept it with himself. But he felt, I really felt, and he says that when you take some liquid and pour into another vessel, you don't even doubt whether I poured or not, you just emptied it. It was so vivid and so realistic for him, but he kept quiet. So he joined the order. Of course, Brahmanji was there, who is a disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, and he is considered a spiritual son of Sri Ramakrishna. So he came and told, I am seeing you are initiating the newcomers, so please initiate me. Without knowing this vision, Brahmanji told, I don't think I can initiate you. I am seeing Swamiji is already sitting in you. So he said, I have some experience, but I need something to hold on to. He said, no, it is beyond my capacity to initiate you, because Swamiji has already, in a way, initiated you. Brahmanji passed away in 1922. Swami Shivanji became president. So he told, at least Shivanji will agree. So he went to Shivanji and told, please initiate me. Shivanji also says, I don't think I can initiate you. Swamiji has already initiated you, Swami Vivekananda. So he also did not initiate. And it was decided that in place of Swami Samachittananda later, he should go to San Francisco and spread the message of Vedanta. So he said, you are sending me now People will ask me for initiation. This is something which doesn't happen. Mahapurush Maharaj or Swami Shivanandaji told him, you go, whatever will come out of your mouth will be blessings to the people. He went until 1967, I think, when he passed away. He did his work. So in our history, so far as we know, he is the only person who was not formally initiated. But still, we do not see any difference, rather he was special in that case. So this incident came because Brahmanji told him to study psychology. From there we are coming. So Bhagavad Gita also, it is a book of philosophy. What is philosophy? Philosophy is a logic which tries to explain the truth. Every philosopher speaks about the truth. And in everybody's case, the truth is not perceivable by your five senses. Go to any religion. People fight in the name of religion, but that fight is always for the secondary details of religion, not the primary religion. A divinity of a man or God, how resides in our heart. People don't have to fight over it. Only your shape of mosque is like this, my shape of temple is like this, we do like this, you do like this, somebody does this. All this secondary, it doesn't matter at all. Think a person is born without two hands. He can't fold his hands according to Hinduism. He can't keep his two palms in front in a Muslim way. No, neither he can do in a Christian way. So that means there is no religion for him. It has nothing to do with religion. Secondary details are those which in general we consider as an optional subject. To know your divinity is primary thing, is the goal of all the philosophies. But to understand that, no, religions are initiated, religions are started, founded in different parts of the globe. So, you don't expect Jesus to speak Sanskrit, neither Shankaracharya to speak Hebrew, neither Prophet Muhammad should speak some different Sanskrit. It's not that. So the language is different. Since language is different and the culture is different, their examples and similes are different. They will give example of their culture, no? So all these are secondary. And people hold on to that. We feel good by holding that. The clothes which a Hindu monk will wear, Buddhist monk wears little differently. Again, Christian monk will wear differently. Maybe a Muslim saint will wear in a different way. It doesn't matter where he stays. He will wear the clothes which is in his culture. If I go and when I wear the same, whether I am in India or anywhere. Because this is of their culture. So people feel affinity towards that. If I say that, oh, in Holy Quran it is said, then I speak that sentence in Arabic. You feel it more authentic, correct? The English translation could be the same. If I speak a Gita shloka, oh, the authenticity increases. So language, similes and examples, the dress, the food, all are secondary details but becomes very important in our religious life. These things will consist your religious life, not spiritual life. All the clothes, styles, designs and colors which we just now told, all are available in the market. Anybody can wear it. So it cannot be the primary details. It has to be a secondary details which is optional. When Swami Vivekananda came back from his Chicago address and spending a few years in the West and all that, so he was doing some pilgrimages. There in Himalayas he met a monk, and that monk commented something. That it is because of you we are wearing the stitched clothes. Hindu monks never wore stitched clothes. That's why in Indian or a Hindu tradition, stitched clothes are not considered holy in that way. You will find in your marriage ceremony also the men will be told to wear dhoti. Now it is different thing that you change the tradition because it is secondary detail. It doesn't matter whether you wear dhoti or whatever. Because in India, we never had stitched clothes, neither for men nor for women. We never had stitched clothes. It is later on came, some say originated in China, then went to Middle or Western and then came to India, whichever way. But it was not in India. We never had stitched clothes. That's why till today you have some temples, wherever we go, we will be told, remove the shirt, put a chadar. No stitched clothes are allowed inside. You have many regulations, and those regulations are secondary details but are connected with your culture. For example, white cloth. I saw one video. A man went to Mecca, a Muslim man, and he was wearing some yellow or orange kind of dress. And they found he is the only person who is wearing orange color. And several people asked him, why you are wearing these clothes? So he said, I am from India and I am also Muslim, but my master used to say to wear these clothes. So he said, no, we Muslim, we don't wear these clothes. You must wear white clothes. So he was told to go and change. What color has to do with your spirituality and religion? It is secondary details, but it becomes your identification. You look at the picture of or videos of Mecca when people are doing pradakshina of the tomb or the stone. Everybody is wearing white clothes. The tradition is, I feel many times, tradition is the same what Hindus used to follow. Pradakshina is your concept. Wearing white clothes is your concept. Non-stitched clothes is your concept. Shaving the head is Hindu concept. All these they practice. Same thing they do. Once I saw a picture, 5 or 6 Muslim men were standing because they did the Hajj. I couldn't recognize whether there are 5 Brahmins or 5 Muslims. Same dress, same everything same. Again, so secondary details are important because it carries the culture of your religion. But that becomes important for some people because of the lack of knowledge about spirituality. And how you know that this is secondary for you? When you do not do that, when you do not wear that style of clothes, till then you do not know. I remember when Swamiji came from America. He was there for 50-55 years. So I asked him that why you people don't always wear these Gelwa clothes. So the Swami very interestingly answered me, maybe we don't give that much importance to it. Our own monk, first time I heard that he said it is not that important. His life is important, his philosophy is important, his routine is important, his state of mind is important, not the color of your clothes. So when necessary, you are ready to change it also, ready to alter also. Like Swamiji, now we see Swami Vivekananda's picture, wow, so nice. It is completely breaking all the traditions of Hinduism. Now we accept it. Though that also has gone, I think till 1940s, maybe early 50s, many of the monks used to wear this dress in America. Because that was started by Swami, and they found that no, that was apt for that period. We don't need to wear that. So now I don't think anybody wears. So the primary thing is to realize the truth. And the philosophy gives a logical way or the interpretation of the methodology according to that religion. But philosophy has nothing to do with this body. Philosophy has to do with your mind. So there is another subject which is more widely studied by people about the mind and behavior of the people is psychology. That's why Brahmanji told that psychology is closer to philosophy. At least you start studying the mind. If you don't give this importance, your concept of religion will remain only very gross. Gross means you give importance to clothes, you give importance to prasad, you give importance to this design, you give importance to this language. All these are important. How many Hindus know Sanskrit? But they are Hindus. Now, you cannot think of Hindu scriptures without Sanskrit. But that you consider secondary. Even if I don't know Sanskrit is okay, I can speak in English. That was so important to read scriptures. You can do without it. Why can't you do without these things? So here comes a logic, giving importance to that which is closer to the heart of religion. That is realizing the truth, realizing reflection of God, realizing God in your heart, living the life so that you can get moksha, salvation, liberation, nirvana, whatever. There are no scriptures, not only Hindu, even the Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, no scriptures will say the secondary details are so important. Without that you cannot get liberation. No. Nowhere it is taught. Buddha started a Sangha or the band of monks first time in an organized way in the history of mankind. So there were so many mistakes because he did the experiment, no. There was no monastic order. Monks used to be there in Hinduism also. But there was no organized Sangha. Buddha was the first person to start. So there is a nice, interesting conversation between Buddha and his disciples. They told how important is sannyasa. Buddha says it is very important. Without that you cannot get nirvana. Then the question of what about those who do not take sannyasa? They will not get liberation. No, I did not say that. What about women? There was no woman in Buddha Sangha in the beginning. What about them? No, they also will get sannyasa, but they don't take sannyasa. And slowly the talk went, argument went, because Buddhism is based on intellectual argument. Now Buddhism is converted into more ritualistic. This is how it happens. Buddhism was pure intellectual argumentation. Buddha did not believe in any rituals. Buddha did not believe in any objective God to be worshipped. So it was all intellectual meditation, etc. Ananda, the chief disciple of Buddha, told him whether, according to you, God is there or not. So Buddha kept quiet. So do you think God exists? I didn't say that. Then tell God doesn't exist. No, I didn't say that either. What is that state of mind which is not able to say the existence or non-existence of God? Is there any third alternative? Either God is there or God is not there. Which is the third one? Which Ananda probably did not. But Buddha was a scholar of Hinduism and Vedanta. So Buddha took it practically from Kenopanishad. I can say that this bottle of water, that exists. How can I say that? Because I am the person, or you are the person, who is able to observe the existence of this bottle, but you are not that. This bottle I can hold, this bottle I can see, this bottle I can use, but I am not that bottle. Correct? You and the bottle are two different things. That's why you can say about the existence of bottle. You cannot say existence of God in that way. God doesn't have objective existence. But God is a subjective reality. Like this, He is not an object of my perception. So I cannot say God exists. Because if God exists, then God and the observer becomes two. Truth is only one. There is no two truths. Otherwise, I should be one truth, you should be another truth, God should be third truth. No. God is the only truth. That all the religion says. So God is not an objective reality. You feel the presence of God in your heart. You can feel, but you cannot perceive. That's why those things which are abstract, and those abstract things, people want proof. And people try to prove it. If somebody says to another person, I love you, what's the proof? So he will bring a gift, or he will show some gestures, or he will do something, or she will do something. But that doesn't prove. Like this gift anybody can give me. Without love. Because love is abstract. You can feel, but you cannot prove the objective existence of that. But we, as a human being, try to feel. Hey, I could see love in his eyes. How you see love? No, I can see. This is a feeling. Whatever, ophthalmometer, whatever you put, you can't see love in the eyes. Go to eye specialist and say, can you see the love is there? There is no instrument to measure that love. So that is abstract. But we try to express that abstract into palpable, vivid, perceivable expression. And so far as you are convinced with that expression, you accept that abstract existence of love in the mind or heart of a person. So God is to be realized from this point of view, not as an objective reality. I remember after this Ayodhya mosque demolition incident, there was a lot of riots in many countries, and in some of the Islamic countries they destroyed and broke some temples and statues and all that. So in Bangladesh there is a famous mother's temple in whose name the city's name is Dhaka. So the Dhakeshwari is the mother. So they went inside and broke the statue and broke it. So some reactions are there. Some Hindus felt very bad. No, they broke the mother statue, this and that. One Swami told me that none of us believed the existence of mother in their statue as much the Muslims could realize. I said, how they could realize? They have broken. If you think mother is not there, there is only the statue, it is not mother, then there is no point of breaking it, no. If it is only a statue, but you know, she is there, then I must break it. So the Swami took it in this light. You see how strongly they felt the presence of mother there that they wanted to break it. If it is simple statue, you will not break it. So the Swami, no. Then they put another statue or whatever they did. So the psychology is important. How the mind works, that's what Bhagavad Gita wants to teach. You think you want to realize the truth, you think you want to realize God or Brahman or Atman or whatever, whichever way you put the name, you are not going to realize with body. You are going to realize with your mind. So the purification of mind is required, the training of the mind is required, the discipline of the mind is required. All the spiritual practice is nothing but that. You keep on training your mind by doing prayers or by doing japa, by doing meditation, by doing good work. It is not the work which is important. When you do charity, few people get benefit of that. That's a byproduct of your charity. That's a byproduct of your charity. The purpose of your charity was to cleanse your mind. It is not only to fill the stomach of the people. What is the meaning of filling stomach? After 6 to 8 hours, stomach will be empty again. So, whatever spiritual practice we do, including my speaking and your hearing, is only to make your mind straight, disciplined, pure or calm. These two aspects of your mind is important to whatever you do in the name of spirituality or in the name of religion. Your immediate goal should be these two: purity of mind and calmness of mind. You take a pail of water, throw a coin the coin will go and sit at the bottom of the bucket, bottom of the pail. Then you look at that. You are able to see the coin. Why? Because the water is clean. Now you add some impurity, some ink or some color or some mud or whatever. Again you see, you are not able to see the coin. But the water is pure. But it is turbulent water. You disturb the surface of the water and try to see. You cannot see the coin unless the water gets stabilized. So these two aspects of our spiritual practice, cleansing or cleaning of the mind and calming of the mind. What makes the mind disturbed? Those factors, and those factors, some could be common, but you have your own set of reasons because of which your mind is not stable. Another person will have another set of problems because of that. Maybe you are attracted to food, maybe she is attracted to clothes, maybe she is attracted to people, maybe she is attracted to position, maybe he is attracted to something. There are thousands and millions could be the reasons for which your mind could be disturbed. Many times you will find, or my experience also is the same, your experience same. Go and sit in the temple. What incense he has put? I don't like this. I go out of the temple and go to my room. Why? This incense smell disturbs me. Another Swami, it doesn't disturb. I remember earlier we had a President Swamiji called Mukti Rupanandaji. He was a man of few words. He hardly used to speak. Of course, very jovial person, crack jokes and everything is okay. But in general, he is very quiet person. So we do puja and decoration in the temple and all that. So more or less same colors of cloth we are putting on the statue. So we wanted to have something new color. He doesn't care. So we put that color. Little bluish, greenish, something I will put. He came to the temple and looked at the cloth and then tell me, you people don't have a choice. You people, your choice is not good. Do you think Sri Ramakrishna will wear these clothes when he was there? Why don't you use your brain? Something like that. So, for the attaining the calmness of the mind, you may have your own reasons. And those reasons, the entry point to disturb your mind is the five senses. Maybe it is too cold, maybe it is very hot, so that comes to your skin. Maybe one person told, these are not good things. So I told him, why don't you come? Nowadays I don't see you in the temple. No, I don't have any problem. I don't like to see her face, you know. So far as she is there, I will not come to temple. My goodness. God is not important, statue is not important, decoration is not important, incense stick is not important, ghanta, dhvani is not important. Only the person who is sitting next to you, I don't like his or her face, so I don't come to the temple. There could be several reasons for your mind to get disturbed. And that person even doesn't know that he or she is a source of disturbance to you. So there are 5 entry points, which are your 5 senses. All the 5 senses of knowledge, Jnanendriya, eyes, nostrils, mouth, tongue, skin and ears. These are the 5 doors from where the Shabda, sound, Sparsha, touch, Rupa, subject of eyes, Rasa, taste, Gandha, smell. So Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, these are the 5 doorways by which things come and disturb your mind. Eventually mind is disturbed. Your nose is not disturbed. You see, your ears are not disturbed. Your eyes are not disturbed. Your mind is disturbed. So you have to take care of these five senses, put somebody as a sentry so that they don't allow things to disturb your mind. Then comes the purification of the mind. Water is not turbulent. Water is very static, but it is muddy. It is dirty. So you can't see the coin. God is so much close inside. Again, I like to say, in Ishavasya Upanishad there is one sloka, Taddure Tadvantike. God is very far for the people who doesn't have ability to discriminate between real and unreal. But God is very near for those who have this quality of discriminating between real and unreal. Then Shankaracharya says, what close? You are God. This phone can be closer to me. Cannot be that much closer as myself. I am not closer to myself. I am the self. So, we must take care of these five doors first of all. Whichever way you want. So what you do? Make all comfortable. That's what you see in the temple we try to do. All your five senses are taken care. So that there is no disturbing element comes from the temple. Flowers are there, little decoration is there, more or less singing in tune. Temperature is not too low, too high. Everything is taken care. Carpet is more or less okay to sit. So there is nothing to disturb you from all the five senses. Still mind will go out. Because mind's nature has become, habit has become to get disturbed. So that training we must practice so that the five senses are pacified and there is nothing disturbing factors affect your mind to get disturbed. What will happen to the purity of mind? The impure mind is another reason we are not able to realize God who is already there. No need to establish. God is already there. Then you have to understand what is impurity. Nowadays you have more and more purification system in a very, professional ways government will do and supply pure water to you. So you do not know. Go to some places in India where we require so much water. So we ourselves have a water purification plant in the ashram. And if you don't purify the water and take directly from the tube well, I don't know whether you people have seen or not, you fill up the pail of water, come back after 1 hour, you can see a red color layer at the bottom. So much iron oxide and other things are there. And that is visible. That invisible impurities you do not see. Earlier there was something which every house used to keep to purify the water. What was that?
Charcoal?
Charcoal. Charcoal was used to pass through the water. There was something we used to use, something deep in the water and alum. What do you call it? Bengali is like a fit. In Hindi what you say? Fatkari, fitkari, something else. Anyway. So that we used to use it to purify the water. Now we have to find what is that alum we have to find which can purify my mind. That also scripture says, with patiently you have to do that. Could be name of God, could be meditation, could be philosophy, could be good work. But which is the solution for me? How to know what is my solution? little introspection will say what is your solution. Your mind is made of certain tendencies. Those tendencies in general we divide into 4 groups. Either you are very emotional. Emotional people have a lot of problems. Suddenly cry, suddenly become happy, and suddenly get attached to people. So these are emotional things. Some are too much intellectual. Now what do you mean by too much intellectual? There is a real story. We had a, I'm forgetting the name, we had a Nayayika scholar, a scholar of logic. So he is sleeping in the night with open eyes, can't close the eyes, almost like insomnia. He is not able to sleep. Young man. So his mother came and said, "What has happened to you? Why you are not sleeping?" So the boy says, "My mind is full of arguments. One argument I establish, but then another argument wants to cut it. And there is no end of it." So mother is a poor lady. She is not grammarian or logician or anything. So I say, your intellect has been little more than what you have, what you should have. I have to make it. I have the sharp intellect. I have to make it. What do you call it? Blunt. Stories. Because I better put some yogurt on your head. These are all stories. So that you become little idiot. Idiots are happy at least they can sleep in the night. You are so intelligent that you cannot sleep. We have some people, this is a story of course, how intelligence become obstruction to your spiritual life. This Ashokanandi about whom I told the story, he says in one place, to doubt everything is not the sign of intellectuality. Intellectuality doesn't mean you doubt everything. Swami Turiyanandaji, Sri Ramakrishna disciple used to say, when some young boys used to come and go, hey, wait. Just because you read 2-3 more pages of English, and you want to doubt everything what is given in the scriptures? What stand you have that you dare to argue about these truths? You don't practice spiritual life just because you have read some pages of the book of some materialistic people, and that too is in English. Because you read English, now you doubt everything which is in Sanskrit. It doesn't mean anything. It's a language. So this intellectuality, and believe me, we see many people. Oh, I studied so much. How can my head can bend in front of anyone? I am such a high educated. You know, these many things. I'm not telling anybody who is intelligent or highly educated, I have nothing to say there. But eventually your life will end. All will die one day. Your sharp intellect in material world or scientific world or this and that, how eventually you improved as a person? Was it helpful to you? Think of the people. Other day I heard a man does a very, very small job, like a cobbler's job or something. But he has decided that I will keep minimum money to survive myself, remaining everything he gave in charity. He still stays on footpath and he has donated more than 45 lakhs rupees. And he still stays on the footpath in India somewhere. One reading, this is an observation, we are not here to condemn or criticize or praise anybody. But India launched and reached to the moon, Chandrayaan 3, there is hardly anybody from IIT. They are all common engineers in their own field. Even the chief of that, he never bothered to study engineering. But somehow the jigsaw puzzle is there. The correct 150, 200 people came and the thing is successful. So intellect sometimes becomes the obstruction to your, it gives you an attitude. It doesn't allow you to bend. It doesn't allow you to accept. So that intellect, you remember Swami Vivekananda told to Sri Ramakrishna once, Sri Ramakrishna, you have studied law. Swamiji says, please bless me so that I can forget whatever I have studied. Because that has become obstruction in my spiritual life. It doesn't allow me to go forward. So emotional, how much emotional you are, accordingly the devotional practices you have to do. How much intelligent you are, that much intellectual understanding of the scriptures, Vedanta, etc. you have to do. Third is, you are very active person. You believe in sitting in the temple is a waste of time. Rather I go and serve poor people. Actually your rajas, your rajogun inside doesn't allow you to sit down. If you are that active, then utilize that activity in form of karma yoga. And the fourth is more of a psychological type, where you need the disciplinary part of the mind, where meditation etc. comes. So either you are emotional, either you are active, either you are intellectual, either you are that psychological. I don't want to use the word psychic because it is totally a different subject, but that also touches to this only. So, more or less study the constitution of your mind. What percentage of this four combination is there in you? That type of spiritual practice you have to do, so that the purification part of your mind, that can happen. So again, just repeating in 2 sentences before we end. The whole process of spiritual realization is the game of mind. It is only in mind. There are several scriptures and slokas which say, you are bound because of your mind, you are liberated because of your mind. Manayava manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayo. Bandhana means bondage and moksha. Mind is the reason behind these two. Bandhostu vishayasakta. Bound is that who is attached to the objects of enjoyment. Muktastu nirvishayam smritam. And liberated is one who is free from these attachments. What binds you? Your own desires binds you. Your own attachment binds you. Emotionally, and then slowly on different spheres or different aspects of our life we are bound. So, one is the purification of mind and one is the calmness of mind. These two we have to take care. If these two are taken care, just like a pure water which is calm, the coin at the bottom of the pail can be seen. But even if water is clean, but the surface is turbulent, you cannot see the coin. Even if surface water is calm, but it is muddy water, impure water, so you cannot see the bottom of the pain. So these two are aspects of our spiritual life. From this psychological point of view, Sri Krishna is telling how our mind works. And that we should take next day. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanastu. Today is 3rd, next Sunday will be 10th. We are very much on the border. Possibly we are inviting one Swamiji to come, because Monday, not tomorrow but next Monday will be the 11th of September, is the anniversary of Swami Vivekananda's Chicago speech. For that purpose that Swamiji will come, but if he can come, so on 10th also we will organize a spiritual discourse by him. In that case, we will not have our class, but it will be, next again we will start.